Okay, round two. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Ah, oh, sorry, we were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right, ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
With the Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
This is your captain speaking. We've got clear runway and the weather's fine, but we're just going to circle up here a while and get lucky. No, nothing like that. It's just these cash prizes add up quick. So I suggest you sit back, keep your tray table upright, and start getting lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Thanks for tuning into our podcast. We love having you here, and it's our mission to bring you all the latest and greatest tips, skills, and know-how to make you the best that you can be. We know that you have it in you, and we're going to show you how. Now, let's get started.
This episode is powered by Poddex.
Thank you for tuning in today. You are now listening to That Will Never Work podcast with your host, Maurice Chisholm. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. How are you today? This is your host, Maurice. As you can see, I'm in a fairly decent mood today, and that is because, I have this past weekend, some of my fears I've been finally able to face and acknowledge what they have been, was contributed to my apprehensions and things like that. And I've been patting myself on the back over the weekend, noticing my maturation process over the last couple weeks, really since my children decided to go to college, go live on campus. They were going to college anyway, to be honest, but they decided they had wanted to stay on campus. I said, hey, you know what, go and be on campus. Even though we're still going through a global situation, it's not as bad. They are vaccinated, so forth and so on. So go ahead and experience your college life. Just be very, very careful. And so that's one part of my maturation process of not being a scaredy cat over what's going on in the world and wanting to hold them really, really close to me. That's one thing I patted myself on the back. But the main thing that I wanted to talk about today was I'm reviewing my clients and some of my progress within my business. And over the last 9 years, as you know, I'm going on 10 years come February 2022, I have focused solely on nonprofits and religious organizations for my business. Has that opportunity presented more opportunities? Yeah, it has, because it was word of mouth, because it was, I did not have to go out and really sell myself to a lot of people in a very, very short amount of time. So I had gone from maybe one client to having over 150 within a 3-year process. Now, in that did not give me what I wanted, but it gave me what I needed at the time of building up clientele, of getting practice and doing my job and making connections, things like that. So over the period of time, I've been able to hone my craft. I've been able to study more. I've gone to different classes, both in a professional state, meaning going to a college campus or some type of professional training, but then also self-taught through either Udemy, YouTube, or something like that. So over the years, I've been able to hone my craft in multiple disciplines that has created opportunities for me in a lot of different phases of business. And so I have been put into a position because of that one relationship that I've created with someone that I didn't just create just now, but we've been friends for a very, very long time. But also I've been able to create an opportunity and express to this young man that I am qualified, I am secure in who I am, and I am willing to get the job done. And at first, we've been able to talk to some larger organizations that really want to sponsor, put them on the map, and really hone in on these digital platforms, if you will. And so with that being said, some of the opportunity that presented itself was something that I knew I could not compete with because of the enormity of the organizations that were being presented. So I have, in this process, been doing my homework, been doing my research this whole time. And I'm really paying attention to what they're offering. Can I offer the same thing, something close to it, something that resembles that? And I realize I can in bits and pieces, not as a full package. And with that being said, I realized that I know more than what I gave myself credit for. I forgot more than I had given myself credit for. I did not realize after doing some more research that some of these little pieces of these digital platforms that the larger organization was going to offer that I could utilize, I had already created accounts for them 4, 5, 6 years ago, and I just never utilized what was already there at my fingertips. I totally forgot I had them. And so what I'm questioning for you today is the same thing. Whatever you've been working on, studying, so forth and so on, is this something that if there's an opportunity that comes up to you today, are you prepared for it? And are you forgetting what you have done leading up to this point? Have you forgotten more than what you realize you've forgotten because you didn't utilize it at that time? It wasn't that time. You know, things come up at the right opportunity, and sometimes you've prepared yourself already for that moment. And today, have you done that already? And so, one of the things that makes me think about this, and, you know, it really spoke to me. I saw a video, a motivation video, and talked about Michael Jordan, right? And for those of you, he's an NBA basketball player. He's a global icon. And so realizing that within his greatness and him preparing for situations, you know, this number was staggering, but he took over 900 last minute shots to either win or lose the game. And he only made over 100, right? So let's think about that for a second. He prepared, and he probably forgot a lot of basketball. He was tired, whatever it was at for those last shots for him to make it or miss it. But here's the thing, he prepared for that moment. And so here's an opportunity where I am actually shooting my shot, about to prepare this presentation, about to prepare this proposal, because I have already prepared myself for that. Now, whether or not I make it or I lose it or miss it, I have already prepared for that. Have you prepared for that? Have you prepared for your last shot? Have you prepared for that proposal, for you to submit your resume? Have you prepared yourself for that interview? Have you prepared yourself to just go and talk to your manager, your director, your VP, your C-level executive officer to say, hey, I am prepared to take the next step. I am prepared to be better than I was yesterday. I truly am prepared. No matter what is thrown at me, I can handle it. One of the things that we do, we kind of talk ourselves out of the situation. We fall back. We question whether or not it can be done. But I probably guarantee you, I guarantee you that you're already prepared. Something else. So I'm going to go back to, I'm talking about in my entrepreneurial space right now, right? So I'm going to go back 10 years ago when I was still in corporate America, and I was in customer service, and I wanted to move up. I was not happy in the position I was in customer service. So what I had done, I had applied for a position that was next up, I considered next level up, which was in contracting. I had applied for the position, and when I applied for the position originally, what happened was she explained that she wanted someone that had a little more experience in another department of the customer service space. And she also mentioned that because at that time I did not have a degree, she really wanted someone that had a degree. So here's the thing. About a year or so later, just over a year later, I applied again. That position had become available again. And I applied. I spoke to one of the members or persons that was in that particular department already. And she said to me, Maurice, you already know computer stuff. Sell that. Because that's what we need. So what I had done, I did prepare. I went to that other department, learned a little bit more about that other side that I was actually applying for. Along with, I had started going to school, back to college, even though I had already had some by that time when I had that interview, but she wanted a little bit more. But ultimately, I had already known the computer side years ago, and I had never known that I needed what I had learned back then. I already had it for me to apply for that other position, which is exactly what she was looking for. And here's what happened. I was hired. So again, have you been positioning yourself for an upgrade? Have you been positioning yourself to be elevated? Have you been positioning yourself to soar higher than what you expected? Are you holding yourself back? Are you not allowing yourself to take that shot? What's holding you back? What are you scared of? We hold ourselves back. I could have looked at that lady that was doing the interviewing, and she held me back the first go round. But what I did, I took what she had mentioned, which originally I did feel a little down on myself because I knew I could handle that job. But what I did was take what she recommended per se. She didn't say it directly, but she recommended it. And then I went and done that. And then when I had come back just over a year later, I was able to get to that job. So there's a few things in that. Make sure that you continue to train yourself, prepare yourself, be able to take constructive criticism, even though that's not what it was. But sometimes we need to take constructive criticism in order for us to move forward. And then also understand that we are what's holding us back. It's us. It's ourselves. There's no one else. So I encourage you today to be that individual, to move forward, to press towards the mark, as they say. Nothing is out of your reach. There isn't anything out of your reach. Be encouraged that you're going to make it.
Loved what you've heard on this week's episode? Well, the answer is simple. It would mean the world to us if you could head over to iTunes and leave us a 5-star review and feedback. Spreading the word really is the best way to grow our podcast and achieve even greater things. Thank you.